if you notice, you will see that the woman was still dressed in a wedding gown.
Yam samara mengan kilo koronga. Yam ne menga ti pour pala la keten yera futa.
In verse 1, Solomon took off the veil.
Pipi verha a Solomon nyaka a walla.
And he said, oh, look at your hair. Look like a flock of goats.
Yelia, oh, je fo sobra ya ne toto fo ya nere, bala nyaka walla nyamasa.
He said, oh, look at your teeth. They are like a flock of sheep.
Yelia je fo nyena ya wa pebi so mo so komdo en leberan pek ben tarawat.
In verse 3, he said, oh, look at your lips.
Versa taba zige, obiela me, fo no bimsa ya wa gismidu.
They are like scarlet ribbon.
Ya wa gismidu.
In verse 4, he said, oh, look at your neck. They are like the Tower of David.
Versa nasa, etam fo yubla ya wa David gonsko.
With everything he took off,
But a Salmo henyak fuzi ni pa a ye bumbu and gomda yelle.
he said something nice.
A ye boom and gomda yelle no.
See, Solomon is not alive today.
A Salmo kavirunde.
So he didn't know the science that I just told you a couple of minutes ago.
A Salmo kami banganinga bangaba wan ve nyema ngom nyama hawaii.
But because Solomon knew a lot of women,
La Salmo parava soro nda yara yinga.
he figured out that a woman that you said something nice to
A Salmo ra mime para yelle ya toto.
will melt in your hand.
A mime fo han gom nor para nube ayo zemedame.
So he was not in a hurry,
A Salmo da ka nyaka de.
like many of us will do today.
Wala ni uso nyaka dunna.
We just want to do bada boom, and we're done.
Ton da kamara bada boom ton mana me singa me save. Bye bye.
Solomon took time
A Salmo lika wele.
and said nice things.
Mara me gom nodo.
He did not touch this woman until verse 10.
Akasi para hate ta der piga.
Actually, verse 11.
Der pila yemre tore. La Salmo gom yon.
He nicely undressed her.
Amara menga ye ha futa yemre.
In verse 11, he said, your lips drop sweetness as the honeycomb, my bride.
Verse pila yemre. Pour pala for no bim sa tok da sido.
And then, if you go down to verse 16,
Verse pila yobe.
this is the person that said, do not arouse nor awake love.
Kelere ya ninga handa yela la nek nong lom tawakatana.
Listen to what he said.
Kelere ya yele.
Awake, not wind. Verse
Which verse?
16.
Verse pila nu luton sobre. No, finish reading it.
Okay, awake, not wind. Come, south wind, and blow on my garden. Let its fragrance spread abroad. Let my lover come into his garden and taste his choice fruits.
Luton sobre yiki. Gwala sobre wanya. Bi wema mamzeda ta new seri. Bim nonga wa zeda zige ende tibi noda.
And in chapter 5, verse 1,
Chapitre nou versa yemra.
he was looking back and saying, oh my God, I have come into my garden, my sister, my bride.
A lebran wa me wan tarada a para yelle a pronongra yelle.
He was using poetry to describe what has just happened.
A mara me masa lebron tar gwam monti poésie na lebran on goba pronongra yelle.
This is the lesson I learned from Solomon.
Ya nzomo kanga mzam hala salmone.
Not to be in a hurry.
Da wa nyagi ken la mantala wene.
You know, last year I learned something.
Li mamzam sapum.
I was reading one of my wife is a doctor.
Mam para ya docteur ya lotore.
So I was reading one of her books
Mam ran karam da sebra yimam para men son kulse.
because this subject interests me.
Bala gom kanga la no mam.
And I discovered that when a man
Mam bang ti rowa
have orgasm,
hawa yol sa menga
we release a hormone called tryptophan.
bum yin kombu dom be mo tito fen en yita.
Tryptophan is what is used in sleeping tablets.
Ya bon kanga la ya yin kom ni ya yida ya bon kanga la lo temba tare on man gwema tibisi.
So that is why when after we have sex, we go to sleep. Because we get natural sleeping tablets.
Voilà, you having a sebala, you want dig game team of Vele, they were a photo. My goodness.
It is important for us to understand that sex is a gift from God. The devil did not invent sex. God did. When we have sex within our marriage boundary, it is to glorify God. You know, when a man is depressed and his wife comes to him and say, you know what, I want to have sex with you, there are documented evidence that that man gains his self-esteem back. When men, there are more men in this room than women. If there's anything that you have learned today regarding sex, it is to make sure you fill your wife's emotional tank. It is to treat her like Solomon treated the Shulamite woman. Now, please, when you get home, don't use Tower of David like Solomon used. Use Tower of Ouagadougou or something. But say nice things to her. Women and women leaders, please help us teach the women that men are physical creation. It is not every time a woman says no to the husband, it is taking something away from him. Hopefully, this message, you will take it back home to help each other. Let me make a recommendation. After sex, say a prayer. See, when we build a house, we thank God for that house. When we eat, we thank God for that food. But when we have sex, we don't remember to thank God. Because many of us think, oh my God, I'm doing something bad. No, it's okay to say, God, for this sex, thank you. I have been praying after sex for at least 10 years. In the beginning, it was very awkward. But today, in fact, I like it more today. And I tell God that, man, God, thank you. As a 44-year-old, I'm still the man. Now, when I ask my wife to say the prayer, that's a different story. I think she has said prayer one time after sex. You know, somebody came to me and said, oh, why don't we pray before?
puus pa yãmb sẽn gomda